10 movies you didn't know were inspired by Shakespeare. Hello and welcome back to Superstar 10s. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Here we have top 10 movies you didn't know were inspired by Shakespeare. 10. Richard III. Richard III is another modern movie adaptation of Shakespeare that remains in the same locations, England, but elects to portray the event in an alternative modern reality. Ian McKellen is great in the title role, and the cast includes Annette Bening and Robert Downey Jr. Many of the best Shakespeare plays follow an anti-hero, and Richard III might just have the greatest anti-hero that has ever been conceived. If you want to watch plots and schemes at their finest, check out this film. 9. Much Ado About Nothing. This is one of the only Shakespeare comedies that made the list, and Kenneth Branagh understands how to play Benedict in a way that is charming, smarmy, and passionate. Branagh also uses the medium of film to make a fun movie that possesses some welcome energy. This Shakespeare movie adaptations also makes great use of the casting choices, which include Denzel Washington, Keanu Reeves, and Michael Keaton. Keanu Reeves in particular stands out because he seems out of place, but in fact is the perfect choice for the tone of the film. 8. Macbeth. Macbeth is easily the most beautiful of all the Shakespeare movie adaptations. The cinematography is awesome, and the film overall does a great job at setting the appropriate tone and mood found in the play. While this is one of the most recent Shakespeare adaptations, it isn't a modern Shakespeare movie per se, since it is set in the 11th century. There are some great battle sequences in the Shakespeare adaptations, as well as some really strong performances from Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard as the always entertaining Lady Macbeth. 7. Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar is one of the earliest William Shakespeare movies that really began to take advantage of the unique advantages of cinema. Marlon Brando steals the show as Mark Antony, and the movie represents one of Hollywood's great epic portrayals of a Shakespeare play. William Shakespeare's plays get better with age. As you grow older, you find more and more to connect with the prose, the characters, the plots that perhaps you hadn't noticed in earlier years. This William Shakespeare adaptations is a great representation of that phenomenon. 6. Coriolanus. Coriolanus really is one of the best Shakespeare adapted movies, and I place great emphasis on adapted. Ralph Fiennes does a wonderful job of making one of the best modern Shakespeare movies, and one that action fans would find much more compelling than the rest. The emphasis on action is a great advantage this Shakespeare movie has going for it, but that isn't so say it's the only advantage. There are some really great performances and outstanding visuals as well. 5. Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet is one of the most distinct Shakespeare movies out there, and it is truly one of the best movies based on Shakespeare. Baz Luhrmann shows you can make modern Shakespeare movies without changing the iambic pentameter prose that many other Shakespeare adaptations leave in a rearview mirror. Romeo and Juliet is also one of those William Shakespeare movies that really work on a cinematic level. This film uses music in a way that most Shakespeare movies adaptations completely ignore. 4. Hamlet. Hamlet is often considered to be Shakespeare's best play, and this movie adaptations decided not to leave that value on the table. When William Shakespeare movies work, they work really well, and they take advantage not only of the opportunities unique to filmmaking, but also each and every one of the various productions departments. I love the costume designs in this Shakespeare film. I love the set design. I love the casting choices. Everything is there to serve the source material while adding a bit of a modern spin on the stage play. 3. Chimes at Midnight. Chimes at Midnight is based on Henry IV, as well as a few other plays and characters from William Shakespeare's plays, most notably Sir John Falstaff. This is said to be Orson Welles' personal favorite of his films, and perhaps that's due to his admirations of William Shakespeare's work. Chimes at Midnight is one of the best Shakespeare movie adaptations because Welles was a lover of Shakespeare's characters, specifically Falstaff, but also Shakespeare's return to the loss of innocence. 2. Titus. Of all the Shakespeare movies on this list, this is the most haunting. Julie Taymor is not only one of the greatest stage directors of all time, but she is one of the finest film directors of all time. She is a true auteurist director who seamlessly combines various artistic disciplines into one cohesive vision. Taymor finds a way to display the themes and prose from Titus Andronicus into a modern Shakespeare movie that at times plays like a 90s music video while at other resembles a stage musical. Titus is one of the best William Shakespeare movies that really work on a cinematic level and shows why the play is so memorable. This truly is one of the best movies based on Shakespeare, and it features a cast that has only gotten better by the age, with both Matthew Rhys and Jonathan Rhys-Meyers as the villainous Goth brothers. 1. Ran. Ran is Akira Kurosawa's film adaptations of William Shakespeare's King Lear. At the time, it was the most expensive Japanese movie ever produced with a production budget of $11 million. This isn't just one of the best Shakespeare movies of all time. It is flat out one of the greatest movies of all time. To truly make a great Shakespeare film, you have to take the concept from the original plays Kurosawa shines. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing videos from us.